So there's a certain word that has become like a taboo or a curse word in the recent years. And it's almost like when you say this word, you are insulting someone or you have done the abominable if you dare to declare this word in the presence of people. And it's the word holiness. It's the word I am holy. If you say this in the presence of someone, you say I am holy, or you declare your holiness, or you live out and you go about life living with that attitude of holiness about you, it's offensive to people, and people will go about thinking she thinks she's better than us, she thinks she's all that, she thinks she's perfect. And that is not what it is at all. That is not what the word holy or holiness means. And I just find that many believers in the recent years, and especially now, many believers are now ashamed or afraid to declare their holiness in the presence of people because of the pushback that comes with this. Many believers are now just going about quiet about it and not really declaring or living out that attitude of holiness unto God. And the reason there's this great pushback about this word and this attitude of holiness is because there's a lot of misinterpretation and ignorance of what the word holiness really means. And by misinterpretation and ignorance, I mean both in the church and outside the church. In the past church revivals, church movements, there was times when this word was greatly misused, it was greatly misinterpreted. And I think that's why many people now just find it offensive. But this word is still in the Bible. It still applies to our lives today. And so to use it in the context that God always uses it. And the word holy actually is not a taboo. It's not an insult. It's not me declaring that I'm perfect, I'm better than you, I know better, you don't know, I'm perfect, I don't make mistakes, I don't sin. That is not what I'm saying. The word holy or holiness, actually, the original Hebrew word means kadosh. And kadosh only means one that is separated by God for a special purpose. And so whenever I come to you and I say I am holy, I'm saying I have a special purpose. God has chosen me. God has separated me for a special assignment, a special purpose, or I am special to God. I belong to God. That is what the word holy means. We see God over and over using this context of holiness. He says, you are mine. Be holy. Be separated unto me. You belong to me. And so this is what the word means. It's not a word that one should be offended with or one should be ashamed to use, really, because it's a good word. It will keep you to remind yourself that you have a purpose in this world. You are not ordinary. You are not just here to fill up space. There's a special assignment that God has for you here on earth. And so the word holiness is good. It's good to declare you are holy. It's good to declare you are holy, your holiness in the presence of people. But the pushback is amazing, and people just, to avoid that pushback, to avoid the confrontations that come with it, people are now, believers are now just keeping quiet about it, because most times when you carry around the sense of holiness around you, people don't like it. They feel very offended. They don't like it. They think you're insulting them. Because for me, I just think that the more reason, unless I have to give a disclaimer here, it's a different issue when someone is going about, acting as if everybody else is a sinner. I'm the only one who is saved. I'm the only one who is, perfect and sinless and blameless. Of course, that is a wrong attitude to have, because that is not what even holiness means. Holiness does not mean that I am saying that I'm better than you or I'm better than everyone else. That is not what. So anyone who has a true revelation of what holiness is will not actually even go about belittling people, making them feel like they're the worst sinners in the world and I am the righteous one. That is not the attitude. If you have had a true revelation of what holiness is, you will not go about with that attitude. But also, I think that people get offended whenever one carries around in them this sense of holiness. Whenever you begin to live out loud your holy holiness or a holy lifestyle, meaning a lifestyle separated unto God. Because for me, I think that for now, there are just certain things I cannot do, certain places I cannot go, certain things I cannot say for now. But actually, even then, it offends certain people. And the reason they are offended, it's because they feel exposed. They feel like, their weaknesses are so exposed. They don't have to feel like that, but they do. People feel that way. They feel like, oh, so I'm very bad because this person is declared. And really, it's like I said, it's for anyone that is misinterpreting the word holy in the presence of that person. Because if you correctly use the word holy, actually it should be inspiring. It should inspire people to say, okay, this person is going around living with a sense of purpose, with a sense of meaning on their lives. And people should get inspired actually by our holy lifestyles and our declaring that because we belong to God, there's a lifestyle that God now expects us to live. The standards of God, the standards of the Bible, that is now what we begin to follow. And so it's not about offending anyone. It's about just living according to what we have been called to, now that God has taken us out of the world, out of darkness, out of sin, into his marvelous light. There's an expectation and a standard of lifestyle. And this is the lifestyle that we call holy. This is the lifestyle that we are calling the holiness way, which offends a lot of it offends a lot of people.